back to Jerome Bee Farm and Homestead. It is Sunday, February 4th. Welcome to February. And man, this Sunday is nothing like last Sunday. It is cold, dreary, overcast. It's horrible. It's 48 degrees. So I was hoping to shoot some bee video today in the hives, and it's just the weather's just too bad. The bees, I think, are probably going to be a little bit out of their cluster because they have been, and they're all going to be there. And as soon as I open the lid, they're all going to be really pissed and they will all come out at me and flying out in this cold. That just wouldn't be good. So going to do an unboxing. So I got to unload stuff from the house, get it down here into the barn, and it's some heavy stuff, so I got to move it, and we'll get the lawnmower fired up here in a bit. But first, I'm going to get the eggs from the ladies here and give them some greens that we got left over, and run through that, and then we'll get up there, unload, and do the unboxing, and maybe some updates on some other things I've been doing down in there. Okay, first off, I need to apologize for last week's video on how shaky the video was. Hey ladies, I had the wrong setting on my little Osmo here, and I had it set on HDR, and gave them some jalapenos. Who says chickens don't like hot peppers? So those were some old ones that I'd had from spring that I did. They weren't canned, they were like cold canned. They were just in vinegar. And they're getting a little soft, so I just brought them out here. So they're not eating the corn like they were since it's warming up a little bit. They'll take that corn pretty quick, that whole corn, when it's really cold out. Get some of these grubbies. These are soldier fly larvae, and they like them. They're full of protein. Yeah, come here. Land piranhas. Okay. Yeah, I can tell just watching this video in the little screen here that it's much more stable. So in the Osmo Action, it's called Rock Steady. Let's check their food. Yeah, I'll go ahead and top that off. I took the heat lamp, or unplugged it. I got the cords out of here, so they're good now. This is a layer pellet, 16% protein. And when they weren't laying, I was trying to give them a boost. I got some of this, this is meat bird feed, crumbles, and it's like 22 or 24%. So they're really laying good now. So I want to give them just a little bit of that. Help with their egg production. I keep this thing on here to keep the water from going through that handle when it rains. Almost forgot I had these greens. And strawberry tops. That's I think it's bok choy. It's the greens that are growing in that cold frame right there. The wife picked some to put some in some soup, and then she didn't make the soup, so she said give them to the chickens. All right, water's good because it's been raining. Let's check out the egg situation. These are from 2 days. Okay, that's not bad. It's better than 0 we got for a while. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. A little bit muddy from the rain we've been having. Okay, let's go get the lawnmower going, get up to the house, get the boxes. See ya. Okay, there's the hole. Let's get down here and where it's warm and get this unboxed. Okay, the moment we've been waiting for. Gonna unbox some of this stuff here. And I probably should have cleaned up a little bit of the junk in here before we started. But I'm trying this on with my new lav mic and my iPhone. And it's an iPhone 13. And this lav mic, I don't remember the brand name, but it's pretty cool. Your lav goes in here and it has 2 little microphones, and you can plug them in and they charge in this box. And then you plug this box into a USB and it charges. So you can see there, it shows 98%. You can see the little charge. When they're both in there, it'll be a green thing going up each side. So it's pretty neat. And it seems to be fairly clear and audible. I haven't tried it out in the wind yet. And I do have the little dead cat, it'd probably be a dead kitten because it's really tiny, that goes over that for out in the wind. So we'll see how that works. I might go outside in a little bit and just test that out. But anyway, that's what it is. I'll try and put a link to this so you can see if any of you shooting video want to try this out. Didn't cost it. It was like 30 bucks, I think. Not too bad. I got packages here from Hive Alive and Hilco. So Hive Alive reached out to me and sent me these, and I told them I have about 30 hives I try and maintain throughout the year. And I was just wanting a little bit of fun from them. Man, they sent me 2 boxes, and there's 15 patties in each one of these. It says it has Hive Alive, and so the liquid, which they sent me a box of that, a big container of that, 16 ounces feed enhancer for bees with seaweed. So there's a lot of vitamins and nutrients in this. And I have a little bit of a bottle left of this from last year they sent me. Yeah, there's probably about a third of it left. So when I was really feeding heavy in the fall, I was putting this in my hives. And you see, I only lost 1 hive through this really cold snap. I had most of them filled up pretty good. That one just ran out of food, and that was my fault. I should have been out there checking it when we had some nice days. But this is really good stuff. It doesn't smell like the Honeybee Healthy or the Pro Health. It's not as lemony, but it has. It seems to me it has more vitamins and minerals in there than the others do. Where the others more of a stimulant and essential oil type thing, the Pro Health. So I like them both, and I will start using this when I start doing the liquid feed. I've got some frame feeders in some of those, and as soon as we get a little warmer, I'm going to start putting some liquid in there. And I was watching Bob Benny today on his hives that he's working on. He just posted a video today where he put some patties on, some fondant patties out on his hives that were loaded with nutrients like these are. And man, he was surprised at how well they did. And at the end, he put a little note in there about how he thought that those hives did better, but there wasn't any scientific evidence, he said. But he said that some more research needs to be done. But these are a different brand than what he used, but it's essentially the same thing. The ones he had some probiotics in it, but these don't have that. But these are loaded with this Hive Alive liquid. Let's pull one out and see what it looks like. I've never used these. Oh, cool. And I got this camera going here just in case my phone craps out on me. But it's in a plastic container. So it says, note, removing the plastic covering will cause the fondant to dry out. To feed, keep fondant in plastic wrapper. Cut a 3-inch size of Hive along the Hive Alive logo hole in the front of the packet and place on the opening over the hole on the crown board or directly over brood frames. Repeat as needed. So they're just saying cut this out right here, sounds like, and set that on there. So you will have to get in there and dispose of this plastic. So fondant patties that have like the paper, they'll just eat that up and throw it out the front door, but you'll have to take this out of there. So the bees will go up inside this plastic then and get that out of there. So this was in the house, so it's kind of, it was warm in there, and it's soft, so they ought to really be able to get into this and eat it fast. Helps maintain colony health. Very fine particle size sugar for enhanced digestion. Super flat for easy placement close to the cluster. Promotes intestinal well-being. Natural active ingredients. I don't read the whole thing, but yeah, so I got 30 of these. So I think I'm at 28 or 29 hives right now. So I will put one of those on each one. So this is from Hive Alive as well. This is their pollen patties. So I will put these on not too long, actually. So I want my hives to start brooding up and be ready for the May flow. Is when our main flow hits. So these are packed in the paper like I was talking about. They already have holes in them. And let's see what it looks like there. So this will help protect small hive beetle infestation a little bit. This in the early spring, don't have a lot of problem with that, but you don't want to put these on in the summertime because you will invite small hive beetle larvae to get in, or beetles to get in here, lay their eggs, and larvae will hatch out in there. It's a fairly, it feels like it's dry on the outside and it's soft in the middle. Kind of like a giant bit of honey for bees. So I don't have any, let's see, what's it say? High performance patty, 15% pollen, Hive Alive, and added seaweed nutrients. So this is 15% real pollen that those are made of. So this is good stuff here. And I bought some of this last fall when it was on sale, and I wasn't expecting them to send me this. So it's in here. Yeah, it's the same box. So when I bought that on sale and I put it in the fridge, I didn't know that they weren't in sealed bags. So that in the fridge might be dried out a little bit. We'll see. I'll try and use that first. I might do a mixture of it. But yeah, this is great, man. So thank you, Hive Alive, for sending this. This is going to really get my bees off to an awesome start this spring. So let's clear this off a little bit and get into this big box here to show you what I bought from Hilco. So I'm pretty much a Hilco fan. I like all the stuff I've gotten from them. it's priced right. And when you order from them, they don't charge you tax, so you're on the honor system to pay your tax on that. And I really like the stuff they have. I know sort of what I've got in here, but I don't remember exactly how many and which one of all I got. So this time of year, you're getting everything ready to get started in the spring. Along with that goes maintenance on all of your frames. This is my 11th year beekeeping, so a lot of my frames are fairly old out there, and I really need to start cycling some of those old brood frames out of there. I write the date on them, the year that I put them in service, most of them. So the ones that don't have anything written on them could be, 10 years old potentially. So I need to start cycling some of those out, and that's some of the things that I've got in here. Oh yeah, also I got some, so I didn't want to order wax foundation this time of year because it'll break. And so I got me some plastic Honey Super Foundation that is wax coated. I can smell it. It smells good. I can feel it on there too. And this is Hilco's brand that they sell. It says it's like heavy wax coated. So it looks like I've got 30 or 40 of those. So I do have out there 5 unassembled boxes, medium boxes for Honey Supers. So yeah, they packed it nice. Got some deep foundation. I like the black on my deeps, and they had it covered up with these foam. So the mediums were slid around in here a little bit, but yeah, that don't matter. It's fine. Looks like I got some wood stuff down there too. All right, let me get this put back on and we'll finish. Yeah, another thing, if this lav thing quits working, I've got that other camera going, so I could steal the audio off of it. Or the video, if the video craps out. So, looks like I've got probably 40 of these. And I have some deep frames that I have pulled out of the hives, and they were just so bad, or they were natural comb, and I just chucked the comb. A lot of it had like wax moth ate up all in it. It's just disgusting. So I will use that to replace those. And so my last video, you saw I had the ferns in that room in there. So I kicked all the ferns out this week when it was nice, and I found some plastic Hilco frames I had in there, a whole box I didn't realize I had. So there's that. All right, looks like I bought some assembled frames. Looks like I got 20. Looks like the foundation's pushed out in some of those a little bit. I got to put that back in. Hopefully they're not warped. And these are assembled and have the black, that same foundation in them. But you can see how it popped out there. Hopefully that isn't warped. Yeah, it's not bad. Probably if I didn't fix that, or if it got hot, that would stay like that. That's weird that most of them are like that. Have to pop them back in. So if you order these, don't leave them sitting in the box. Make sure you get them all put together right. Okay. It's almost like they were shipped that way, because I can't imagine them doing that in shipping. The ones on top could have had something push on them. Leave these here. Yeah, I'm set for frames now. I'm always scrambling for frames and reusing frames that I don't want to, because they're like, dirt rooster style frames that are all roached out. Those Mississippi bees, they'll stay in anything. They don't care. And I can see the wax in these. These are good, well waxed. All right, those didn't. That box or that group of 10 didn't have all that problem. So they all say Hilco on the top. So I'll I'll mark these when I install them in the hive so I know what year I get used. Some of these may not get used. Okay, let's go out into the barn and I'll show you where I'm at, what I've been doing out there. This rainy, cold weather. I know this is exciting stuff. It's all I got. Go out here real quick and I'll show you. Just this, well, I was gonna say I'll test my mic in the wind, but I don't have the cat on it. So here's the ferns. They're liking it out here. It's not supposed to be a chance for freezing for foreseeable future, so they should be fine. Okay, so I got all of my deep boxes put together, stacked up there, and then there's boxes stacked vertical inside of all those. So I prefer to nail them with galvanized nails. I don't use a nail gun. These were Man Lake boxes, and I had a few. They didn't line up very well on like the end on a couple of corners, and I wound up busting a little bit of them off. So I've heard people say bad things about Man Lake boxes occasionally. Yeah, see how that don't line up quite right. And got that going on. That one's not too bad. I've seen some that were so off that it was like a teeter-totter. And I've got 5 more to do here. And here's some of the frames I was talking about that I'll get that foundation in. Here's my main frames that I've got left over from last year. And I thought I only had 3 of these left. There's a whole box of them in there where I store the extractor. I've got these plastic bottoms from Hilco, and I'm really not crazy about the design. They were on sale. I went ahead and picked them up. It was kind of an impulse buy. But I'm trying to phase out my screened bottoms just because of when you do the OA treatment, you lose your fumes out the bottom. So this fits in the bottom like that and lets things fall through, and the bees are ventilated. What I was thinking about doing was cutting this thing shorter and just leaving it up here and make it a solid bottom like that with this thing here. I don't know. We'll see. And I also got 3 of these Hilco plastic tops. So those will last forever. They ought to, unless they blow away. So I've got down here 60 super frames. Need assembled. Or no, they just need, well, some need assembled. I got a few assembled, and I got a little bit of wax foundation right there. It's probably a dozen or so, but that's the stuff you don't want to ship when it's cold, because it'll break, and that's no good. Okay, that's it. Not a whole lot to show. It was some content put out there in early February on a rainy weekend, so I hope you enjoyed it. It'll get much better, trust me. If you want to see some real beekeeping, go check out Bob Benny, and you can check out some of my videos from last year at the same time and see what was going on. Not a whole lot this time of year, but I will try and get out there possibly one of the evenings this week if I can get out of work early enough and the weather's good, and I will try and shoot putting some of that fondant into those hives and do some kind of quick little inspections. If it gets up to around 60 and we got a sunny day and bees are out flying, I'll try and do that. So we'll catch you on the next video. I hope the video and audio was better than the last one on the action cam stuff, and it was more stable. So anyway, we'll catch you on the next one. Y'all take care.